All right, everybody, it's day 4 for us. We're finished. I'm like cabinet wiped down and everything in the area, the main lift area we'll call it, and then we're starting to work on the wash bay. So the cabinets are installed, so Mike and Trevor are starting vacuum, the OG vacuum system, and then we're doing the OG custom install pressure washer without water filtration. Do you have a house filter? No. Do you even need it?
Nope.
Water's good?
Water treatment plant.
Oh, nice. So they've got good clean water here, and so we're doing shelf pressure washer, Kranzle 1322, and we're gonna mount also the surface cleaner, and we'll show you that. I haven't actually mounted that on camera yet, so we'll mount that, we'll mount the Mosmatic wand holder, and so we're gonna sort of focus today on the wash bay, getting all the details done. Mike's got to do a little trickery here to get the water piping and a bucket filler and all that stuff set up. Yeah, we're rolling, and this will be the sort of the detail section of the project, which is to get this stuff done.
Okay, so we're going to install his vacuum solution. So what we're going to have to do, which is a little unexpected but not a problem, we need blocking right here for the reel. So the pressure washer, the vacuum is going to center on this stud right here. That's top of our vacuum bracket will be there. So that means the bottom of the vacuum will finish out right about here, and we'll be able to put our right angle plug right behind it and plug it into here, so it'll be nice and tidy. And then that gets us the elevation of our hose reel needs to be right in this area here. So it's going to be centered basically over this stud right here. So we're going to have to block 2 bays. So we've got a stud here, and a stud here. So we're going to block all of this for the reel. So before we can really get started with this, we need to get this going. So we're going to cut this drywall out, get our blocking installed, re-drywall, tape it, mud it, paint it. We'll use some fast dry, fast set drywall mud to get it accelerated the process, and then we'll get the vacuum installed. This is the faster dry mud. As I mentioned before, we want to try to get this to dry so we can get multiple coats on the same day. Having dessert again before dinner.
I just want to get the floor clean.
Yeah, I know.
And this room is done.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Yeah, now I'm in business.
You can hear stuff getting sucked in there.
And Mike's always yelling at me for eating my ice cream first. I couldn't wait. I was using that rigid vacuum when I have the awesome OG vacuum sitting right here. I'm like, can I just grab that thing and hook it up? And so I just finished this whole darn floor just doing this. I would have been with the rigid for like an hour. This thing is particularly well suited for cleaning Swisstrax. Just sucking up all the little construction debris that we got all over the floor. Once I finish this room is checked off the list.
Patch is done, so I'm just waiting for some fast dry 45 mud to kick off, so we can maybe do one more coat and then we'll be done. And then I think in the meantime, what we should do is start working on the pressure washer install. We have the 18-inch shelf to install. So we're gonna put top of shelf right there. And then I think what we're gonna do is run Prevo piping for the inlet. And then we're gonna come down about to here, roughly. And we're gonna put a Prevo T with a 1/2-inch female fitting on the T part. And then there'll be a stainless steel hose bib they'll thread in there. That'll be his bucket filler. So I think that's what I'm gonna start on. We wanna keep our brackets. Remember I told you, we don't want it all the way to the edge of shelf, because when people, they look like noobs when they put them out here.
Freaking
needs to come inside
dorks.
About like that, about 1.5 inches inside.
Doofuses.
Okay, so we want it about right there, which is about 1 inch there, and that should be the bottom of that. Okay, and set the pressure washer up here. How many times? Lots. We explain it every time. People are like, yeah, I already know how to do it, thanks. That's it, just a little bit. Don't want to go crazy with it. Okay. Now for the most satisfying portion of the install. There we go. Some tuck back there. What, Mike?
Your swoop radius is like
Swoop radius? And no swoop, well, we don't have a swoop radius here. We're going along the bottom of the shelf. So no swoopies here. Sorry, Mike. Sorry. No swoopies. No, yeah, it's a swoop delete. What we'll end up doing is the inlet hose will be here, right? And then we'll end up bringing our Prevo pipe right up here. And then the hose bib will be, you know, right about this height. There's some swoop for you, Michael. Yeah.
Any swing joints or?
No swing joints on this install. No swing joint, no Schluter. What was the newest one? Not Schluter. What was the next? Escutcheon. Yeah, we no escutcheons either. We don't even have, we do have an escutcheon. We have an elliptical escutcheon there we're an old circle track looking escutcheon there.
Put some sconces in this garage.
Yeah, sconces. That's what we needed, is some sconces.
Yeah, it's a stinky old Cobra jet.
It's a good looking bit, huh? Good looking unit. So this is a M12 Surge, Mike. Have you seen one of these before? Yeah. Let me tell you something I haven't told you before. This is my favorite tool.
Why do you like it?
I just love it. It's everything I need in one tool. Mike. Yeah, I like that. You can take it easy, do some finesse work with it, or you can drive 3/8 legs into a wall. Yeah, it makes it yeah, because otherwise it's hard to do. So this is just so I can get in that reel and put some legs in, Mike. Okay, now we got it. This is where we want to check the reel itself, the reel wheel. Yeah. So get your 2-foot level across the top. Okay, you can do the detaping. Last thing we can do is we can plug the pressure washer, the jumper hose into the pressure washer, and then the rest we'll have to wait for the rest of our parts to get here, and then we'll get our supply line hooked up. So, nice to be able to pin this. I'll order one, so otherwise that looks wild.
Looking to get some snacks delivered, Mike. You want something? Looking for some snacks. Oof, there's the unicorns. Bang.
Birthday cake bunnies.
Bunny Grams birthday cake. 100 plus recently sold. I may have bought 10 of them. I love snacks and I'm pretty picky about what I eat. These are amazing. I have trouble putting them down. Yeah, me too. I want to finish the whole box, and I do. These are definitely my new go-to snack. There's Jenny's buttercream birthday cake ice cream. That's what I should do, the combo. It's right there. Look, it shows up. It knows what I want.
So we have a couple little bubbles from when it off gases here. You can see these little from the previous coat off gassing, so we'll knock those down. And just do this. That should be the extent of our sanding. A little bit right here.
What kind of blockers using there? People were asking.
People are asking. Were they hitting you up on Instagram, Mike? There it is, right there. That's a medium to fine to medium sanding block, Mike.
Why do you go for that one?
Well, it's just convenient, Mike. It's at Home Depot. It's right there. So yeah, it's pretty good. You don't want it super coarse because it'll leave sanding marks. So this medium define seems to work well. I might want to float this seam out a little further.
And I got some kettle chips. Got some s'mores trail mix. Annie's organic bunny grams. Yep, let's hope they get it right.
People were asking. You know, Waba has all these questions for when he builds stuff at his house, so he just asked me the tips so he can quickly review.
In case he ever decides to do it.
That's gonna be good. We'll paint it tomorrow, and then as soon as this is dry, we can mount the reel and install the piping.
He's still about 4 minutes away. Yeah, buddy. He's gonna be like, what did these guys order? She's cool with my snacking. She's down with the snacks. This is what expensive new spawn lifts are best at. Snack storage. They don't have these in Florida very often. What you feeling, Mike?
Oh, it's got little graham crackers, peanuts, white chocolate, dark chocolate. What are these? Oh, raisins?
I'm starting tomorrow. This is riveting content.
It really is. Now we can all sit here and watch it dry. Imagine Waba gets to edit all this. Wow. He gets to see it again and again.
I'm satisfied with this.
What? All I got is all you about it.
I'm satisfied with this.
Oh, satisfied with this. Okay. So what I did is I made myself a little template here, Mike. Top. Center line is where that little mark is. So we know that we're going to be right there. And then I'm going to pre-drill for my reel. Okay. Then we can get the reel mounted, and then when we get the reel mounted, then it basically establishes height for the vacuum. So
we did the 230 volt, the big boy, the big, modern day
at your house.
At my house,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't do it. In fact, I'm probably going to yank it out and put this in. I mean, the difference in flow and suction is so minimal.
Yeah, so apparently it has less inches of water column lift,
Right, so
but it has more volume of air.
It has less suction, more flow.
More flow. Yeah.
But I'm not sucking buckets of rocks up here,
Yeah. Let it come up on this side just a hair. Oh, now I did a waba. I did. See, now I see how you feel. You focus on something that's in front of you and you can't see what's down below your feet. So now, what we do is we take this here. It's our vertical pipe. And this can establish the height of the vacuum itself. So that's gonna go like that. And then our vacuum height for our inlet will be dictated by this distance, so we don't have to cut anything really on this. The only one we'll have to cut is this one here that connects into the side of the vacuum. Level here.
Even better when you have a level swoop radius. Level and plumb swoop radius.
All right, that's that. This is some swoop radius will be achieved here, Mike.
A good assistant gets it ready to go.
You are a great assistant.
Gets it ready to go. I got him the shorter, lighter battery for him.
Yep.
Make sure he doesn't get carpal tunnel.
I appreciate that, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Maddie handed me the 20 amp.
Oh, jeez.
I thought I specified 15. Roll the footage back. Roll the footage back.
I didn't know we had options here. I just grabbed them. Went off the table.
Green goes first, Mike. I feel like I've mentioned that before. You know which one goes in the silver, Mike? Your lack of response, I'll take that as a no, you're not sure. So neutral goes on the silver. And your favorite color, gold. That's the hot wire. And we get the noise reduction. Good.
It's the best looking vacuum in the game, Mike.
Nice. Now we can do the satisfying part, put our hose on. All right, that's it. Done. And so you always have to leave more clearance than you think because the hose does go past the flanges of the reel. So I like to give it from here to here, about 1.5 inches. Next thing is we're still waiting on our pressure washer parts, so that'll be here tomorrow morning. We ordered those overnight, so those will be here tomorrow. So I'm gonna install that shelf so you can put some of his products on the shelf over there. And then the rest of it's just hooking up the supply line to the pressure washer and then put our new 100-foot hose on the reel. Now we'll do that tomorrow morning. And Matt's piddling. He likes to piddle. Favorite thing.
Making a list of things.
Making a list of John needs to buy.
He
Yeah.
doesn't really need much.
Yeah.
Kind of already done.
What are you most excited about, John? Like, of all the things in here?
Getting rid of us.
Besides, that's obvious.
Just having the lift here is going to be great. You know, we got winter tires here. I drive my Porsche year round, so I got to switch out from winter to summer tires, and that was always a challenge. And so,
Yeah, now it'll be fun to do.
yeah. And 90% of what I like to do is brakes and wheel changes, and so this lift is going to be perfect for that. If I need to
Yeah.
do something else, it'll still work. But those are the things that I do the most often. So.
Yeah. Well, you probably being out here, you probably do some level of detailing your undercarriage too, right? You
Yep.
do something to clean, so
Yes.
it'll be easy to pull wheels and tires off
Exactly.
and do your cleaning.
You see how cool this thing is? It's got like feet that flip around so it can clean the Swisstrax or clean the car, either way. So the car would be here, we point up. You can flip it over, clean the floor. Does both. Get double your money, double your value. All 316 stainless, Mosmatic swivel. And this is the little mount that they made us.
Okay, ready for the 30-second install?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Big install. There you go. Biggest install of the day.
Am I stupid or something? Oh, like this. Okay. That's it. It's cool.
So what I'm doing is I'm gonna have this shelf finished out the same level as this shelf, okay? Because it's a 32-inch shelf, we're not gonna, and I don't like the brackets outside of the shelf itself, or flush with the edge of the shelf. I'm gonna catch this stud, and then over there, I'll end up using drywall anchors, which he's just gonna put bobbles on here, so it'll be fine.
Getting a lot of me standing around. I'm gonna get in real trouble this last couple episodes. But they don't realize if I wasn't standing here watching, I'd be laying on the couch watching Survivor. So they should give me some credit for being here, you know?
All right, so since I'm gonna run the Prevo piping up this wall, I wanna pin this jumper hose to the side of the shelf bracket here. That way it's out of the way, because what we're gonna want to have happen is this is gonna wanna look like this. So I need that out of the way so it doesn't look goofy. So I'm gonna get an anti-vibration clamp on here, drill a hole. That's gonna look good. Okay, and we got a little touch up after all. The blue, I didn't realize the blue rubs off on the wall. Oh, I like to use Teflon tape and Rector seal so I don't get any leaks. Twisting. Okay.
All right, I'm tapping out.
Important part. Oh, hang on, we got a bad wrap here. Hang on a second. And start over here. Not good. Really put the drag on here. Skipped a spot. Yeah, big finale.
See?
Oh, there we go. Nice. So we're gonna get a height here for our hose bib. You know, about this with the nozzle on it, about 14, 15 inches off the ground. We don't have a nozzle yet, but so there's that. That'll go there. Now what we need to do is get our adapters on. This is where we're getting water supply from. So what I did was we're doing a adapter GHT to 3/4 inch male pipe. So this will screw onto here like this. And then what'll happen is this Prevo fitting will fit on this here. And then we'll use this offset and we'll come out like this and against the wall, about like that. And then up and over 90 up into the vertical pipe, which will have the hose bib on it. And that'll also feed the pressure washer. This will kind of dictate where this offset lands. So we grab some of these. And as you can see there, this is the distance, it's about 1 inch. So if we go in here like this and clamp this on here like that, there's where our offset will land, just like that. So we just pivot that until it's against the wall right there. Mount that in. That's the most satisfying part right there. Now we'll have to use a coupler here, which we have, our union. So we'll use this as a center line for a reference for where we want our vertical pipe to go. And then we'll take a 90. Two's gonna be here. Now we just need to be 4 inches off of baseboard.
Yeah, I'm doing some business over here.
Yeah.
Doing some businessing.
I'm contemplating.
Creating our next project.
One of the screws. Okay. See why I do that? So because if it's just clamped here, it'll slide, right? So if you butt it against the fitting, it keeps it supported. Versus the other way, it won't. All right. So 7.5. So make 9.5 inch piece, Trevor. It's the last piece of the puzzle here. It really is. Good. Ooh, good thing we did a little flush there.
A little rusty.
Yeah.
Break the seal here.
Wash our beautiful panel, huh? That really needs a detail. All right, that's good. The truth.
Business.
Yep. All right, is that?
Don't run it too long. We don't want to know if something breaks. It works.
Success.
it's sitting on the shelf almost
Yeah.
like that with bottles.
Like that's what I'm thinking. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wall of function right there, buddy.
And we can do this every time. John, I'll be expecting you to get the laser every time you stow these.
Yeah.
And see how the blades all line up perfect? Yeah. Everything nice and straight. Okay, so I think we're officially done.
All right, so that's a wrap on the wash bay project. Obviously the vacuum looking beautiful, super clean, debadged, looking awesome. Pressure washer. I actually prefer to have some sort of Prevost piping on the wall somewhere. And so this setup here, he's got great water, so we really didn't need to do any treatment, so we didn't need a CR in this garage. So you know, the setup here I think looks perfect. I like the bucket storage here, sort of separated. We got the foam cannons on the wall. We got room for 4 and 5 if he does head down that path. It seems like 5 is like the right amount of foam cannons now. We've got the surface cleaner on the wall over there in the corner. And you've just got a really clean setup. I mean, most of the time, this is where the family vehicles are going to park, and so we wanted to keep it super simple, super clean. The organization is set up. He's got some more detailing stuff to buy, but the cabinets have everything in it that we need. Towels, chemicals. His press-all bottles are on the way, so the press-all stuff. We have a nice room here to open. If I kept the buckets actually right here. We have room to open the door so you can come in, access your cabinets. And then he has capacity, that's the key. Same thing in here. We have capacity, storage capacity in both closets. So he's got his ego blower, power right there. So we got the ego blower. He's got his vacuum accessories right next to the vacuum. Extra gallons, and then capacity, room for more stuff to get everything that he would need in the garage and not have to have it all cluttered and filled up. So that's a wrap on the wash bay. Pressure washer, lighting, everything's perfect. Looks great. It's so funny. We do all this work and you make it beautiful and make it simple, and it looks like we haven't done that much. And that's when you know you've done a good job. When we come in, the walls are dialed, the lights are dialed, the cabinets are good, we have lots of capacity for storage, all the drawers are organized, and it looks like we were never even here. So that's a wrap of our day-to-day process, and then the next video you're gonna wanna watch is the final tour, which will be me going through all the details of every single thing in this garage from start to finish. So make sure to check out that video. That'll be the final episode of this. And then we'll probably also have some other videos of some detailed stuff, like if you wanted to know about the lift or know specifically about the cabinets, the vacuum, you know, the lighting, all the different parts and pieces of this garage. Over the course of the next month or so, we'll have, detailed footage, OG style, of the individual parts and pieces that go into this if you're interested in any of that stuff. So thanks for your support in this series. Thanks for watching it. Love it if you would reach out to our garage design guys if you wanted some help figuring this out. We work with people all over the country, helping them design their dream. Now I don't get to come out and do every single garage, but we certainly help people get their dream setup done like Jonathan's gotten. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the final tour.